What is up, my loves, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk the Rick Show. If you do not know who I am, then that means you are not subscribed. If you are not subscribed, you're going to miss so many great episodes. And guys, before we hop into today's episode, let me just say, yesterday's Battlefield show was absolutely amazing. And if you guys have not seen, obviously we have a Battlefield star coming on today. But tomorrow we have none other than Alpha for our 100th episode, guys. That's crazy to think. Like, we've been doing this for a year. And especially to have Alpha on, God, I swear to God, I thought I was so scared of him. Because I'm not going to lie, them Samoans scare me, and he scares me. But let's give a warm welcome to your favorite, RJ Carnage.
Hello. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We love to hear your dog in the background. He's very talkative.
It ain't even my dog. That's the thing. It's my neighbor's dog. But hey, he wants to steal the spotlight, so it's cool.
Hey, let it be. But hey, what's going on? How's everything going?
It's all right. It's all right. So obviously you wrestled yesterday. How was that? It was definitely a banger.
Coming off of if y'all haven't watched the Gold Rush tournament, it was one of the last futures events. I was injured. It was a slight cracked rib. I was out for one show, and I'm back, if you should say. To answer your question, it was great. It felt good. My original opponent didn't show up, John West. He was pronounced sick, so hope he feels better. I ended up versing an upcoming star, Aaron Roxas. Is that what his name is? Yeah. Hey, he was one hell of a competitor. He stood his game, stood his ground. But hey, there's always one man that comes out on top, and you already know who that was.
Yeah, no, definitely. I had to say in that one, I lost my voice, and I felt it this morning. I was like, I can't even speak. But I absolutely, Aaron Roxas and Johnny Moran are my top two, hated. I don't hate them like that, but they're just not my favorite wrestlers. And I was like, right. Man, why the hell is this man here? So me and my whole squad, at the show, we were like, nah, we go with RJ Carnage.
It's crazy because when I first met all of you guys at UCW in Hazleton, when I first met everybody, I had an altercation with him. If you heard in the beginning of the match, I said when we first had an altercation, I was a fan. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was you?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's a little backsport. Yeah. I think about those things. So yeah, I'm just getting to so it's like building a little story. If he ever comes back, maybe we can, go at it again. I would love to. So yeah.
I knew you looked so familiar. I'm like, I've seen that face before. Before you wrestled. I was like, wait a minute. He was
it all comes together if you really think about it. So
no, that's definitely crazy. But we gotta hop into it with who or what got you into wrestling.
I haven't really sat down and actually spoke about this, so it's a lot, but we'll cut down a little steps. And it was mainly my family. When I was about 4 or 5 years old, my family had their own little backyard company. Back in the days, it was all backyard, and we wrestled on a trampoline, all this little fun stuff. I was used as a little toy. They would throw me in little matches, and I would get thrown around, just my family. Growing up, I wanted to just have something to strive for, and wrestling was that particular thing. So definitely my family has gotten me into it. Growing up watching it, having a certain bedtime where I couldn't watch the main event really got me, it's just this things really made me want to be a professional wrestler, and definitely that's where I am today.
No, definitely. I'm sorry, this lighting is not working for me.
Hey, trust me, I don't have that good of lighting either. You really want to know what I'm using? I'm using a ring mirror. I have a mirror in my room and has a light on it, so that's what I'm using.
I mean, usually it's fine, but today it's making me glow in a different type of way, and I'm not feeling it. But so was there a certain wrestler that provoked more of your interest in wrestling?
And it shocks me myself, because I don't really take anything from this guy. I just loved him as a person. It's John Cena. John Cena has really caught my eye. And a lot of people hate me for it, but he's a great guy. He has great charisma. He's someone you want to learn off of if you want to be a professional wrestler. But it's not really just John Cena. Rob Van Dam, the Hardy Boys, Diamond Dallas Page, Sabu, which I got to meet. That was an honor. It's just there's many guys out there that really I had my eye on when I was growing up. So yeah, it's an all around question there. So
No, definitely. And guys, I just gotta point out, if you wanted to meet Rob Van Dam, he's gonna be at AXW this weekend. So
ooh.
it kind of works. I mean, I'm gonna get in for free, and I get to meet him anyway, so it
Well, look,
works for
no,
me.
sorry, we're not you.
But so obviously, who trains you?
Alpha Junior, one of the best. So that's really it. I mean, I have other people like Luca, half of a SPF. He's a great coach. If nobody knows, Sam Adams, Mr. Good Luck. He's a really good coach as well. He's one of my mentors. But if you really want to take it down to the notch, it's Alpha Junior.
No, definitely. I gotta say, yesterday those were the two matches. Your match and the SPF match or Luca match. I was like, Luca, you really pissing me off now. You better make me like go in there and respect the shit out of you. But
Luca and Terry put on one hell of a banger, and I'm proud of Terry Adonis, the thoroughbred. Let me get that right. He's been here minimum time, and he's shown a lot of progression. And if anybody hasn't seen the next show, The Gift, it's me, JJ Smith, Terry Adonis, and Rico Gold in a
oh,
Features Fatal 4-Way. So that's something to look forward to. But yeah, dude, that was a great match.
no, freaking JJ Adams too. On top of it, he just like he rubs me the wrong way. I'm like, no, you got to get out of here, you freaking nerd. Like I almost hit him with the car one day because he just doesn't watch where he walks. Apparently,
Yeah, I hate JJ Smith. We all hate JJ Smith. He thinks he's smarter than everybody.
yeah, but definitely Terry and I know a lot of people hate him, but V Marino are like they are so close to my heart, especially V.
V Marino. I had my altercations with V Marino. He stood his ground. I look forward to wrestling him again. So definitely.
No, he's definitely my favorite. But how long would you say have you been training before you actually got a match in front of a crowd?
It's weird to say. Growing up, I had a lot of buddies outside of Pennsylvania, and I would go to like Maryland, and I would go to like New York, and I would wrestle in indie companies that weren't too big. You know, they were indie companies, but it wasn't like, you know, something that's professional wise. It was just like to go have fun, you know. But basically, I wasn't trained until I found Battlefield Pro Wrestling. I was never trained. I was around guys that were professionally trained, but they weren't someone that you can go to and say, "Oh, I learned off of this guy." You know, it wasn't like that. So definitely wasn't trained until I entered the battlefield. So yeah.
Okay. And like I gotta point out, obviously you're friends with like Ace Christian. Have you guys ever had a match together?
So it's funny. When I saw him that he was going to be on your talk show, me and him go way back. We go way, way, way. I'm pretty sure he's probably already said some things, but me and him go back
Yeah.
almost 8 to 9 years. When I started my career, his dad, his father, Brian Phillips, he owns Dominant Breakout Wrestling, was actually known as Dominating Backyard Wrestling. But yeah, that's where I actually started my name, RJ Carnage. That's where I'm known all the way up in West Virginia, Maryland. You go to certain parts of West Virginia, like it's just little towns. They know me up there. So that's where I started. So yeah, I know Ace Christian a while back, and it might not mean nothing to anybody, but me and him had a tag team for almost 2.5 years. Me and him when we were younger. Yes. We had our little, it was called the future industry. I think it was featured. I don't know, something. It was something, but yeah, we had our little fun back then. But yeah, me and him go way back.
No, definitely. Like he is one of the biggest faces I could honestly ever say I met. Like he is so sweet. Like we talked
Yeah.
outside of the podcast as well, and like
Okay.
he is
He's a
genuine. Like he's a
he's a
yeah.
sweetheart. He's a good kid. He's really a
That's
good kid.
exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's so sweet.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
your house is haunted now.
Nah, these cats are on like some I don't know what they are on,
I
but
locked mine out of my room because I knew it was going to be haywire.
and like they only do this sometimes. Like this is like the second time they did that. They just want the attention. First the dog, now this, but it's all right.
Nope.
But if people don't know, are you a heel or are you a face?
Everybody should know when I walk through that curtain, it's all energy, it's all static, it's all face. Everybody loves me. I cannot turn to I'm a face. I'm not a heel. There's no way I can be a heel. This face can't be
He's
a heel.
lying. He's
There's
lying,
no way.
guys.
There's no way.
Nuh-uh.
You must dig through a 6 foot ton wall. I don't know what it is to break out a heel in me. I am the most genuine person. I try my best to, you know, keep it straightforward.
Guys, he's lying. He flipped me off. He called me names, and I didn't even do nothing. I'm just
Hey,
here
I
being
don't
a
know what you're
fan.
talking about. You must be pulling that out from somewhere.
No, I think, guys, he's lying. That he has a heel in him somewhere, and I'm gonna bring that out because
Ugh.
I say it all the time on here. I can tell if you're a heel or a face. And like I don't know. I just feel this vibe that you could actually be a heel. Like
I can be. Anybody can be a heel. Like just like the motto of anybody. If you want to be anything you want, you can. If you want to be it, you just put your mind to it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if I wanted to be a heel, I can be a heel. Definitely can be. But in this particular time, there's no reason for me to be a heel. People love me. I'm just gaining attention. People, there's nothing else to it. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
But you think you can pull out the heel in me? You can try.
It'll
You
work.
can
It'll
try.
work.
You can try, but yeah, I give it your best shot.
I think I've probably been in this like so obviously I'm a fan right now and like as I get older and do more stuff I'm getting more involved in the shows but I can definitely say I can bring the best and worst out of wrestlers because obviously there's a company and there's a wrestler named Rembrandt and
Okay.
he's like a straight heel but now like
Okay.
he's a baby face and everyone loves him that's it. I'm like no I gotta start booing you because I was the only reason they started liking you
Right.
so if I
Okay.
could bring the baby face out in him, I'm sure I could bring the heel out in you.
Hey, well, a lot of people, if you really think about it, people are different. But hey, give it your best shot. If it
We'll
works, it
see.
works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
We'll see. So, what would you say is the hardest part about wrestling for you?
I When I talk to a lot of people and they ask me where I train, I tell them I'm at the Battlefield Pro Wrestling Center with about Off Junior. They give me props because I don't think there's any other training center that pushes their students as much as Alpha does. Alpha, I'm I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's hard. It's hard, and he makes you work for it. There is no other way to explain it. You want it, you work for it. You want it, you show up for it. There, there's nothing else to it. And it's the training. Training is hard. It doesn't happen with a snap of the finger. If you work and work and work, like me, I'm not even trying to keep me as an example, but it's just a quick example. Within 4 months, I got onto the pay-per-view, and that's within 4 months of professional training. That shows a lot. For if you strive for something, you will get it. And that's what I told people. And a lot of people hit me up for advice. Like, I'm like, yo, just keep your mind to it. Keep your mind to it, and you'll get it. You'll get it. Just doesn't come with a snap of the finger. So
No,
that's it.
yeah.
It's definitely the training. The training is hard, man. You know. So
No, I definitely gotta say that because I know off has been up my ass about because like I always say I wanna be a wrestler, but at the same time I'm like, no. I think I have the mouth, I'm loud, so I think I stick more to being a manager, but he still wants me to train, obviously. And I'm like, I think that's a lot. And like that's a lot meant obviously on your body, but also like mentally as well. So does that play a role in like what
mentally,
you were
yeah,
just saying?
mentally, it's a big factor. Especially it's not you when you're starting to be a professional wrestler, you still need a job. It's not like you're not working. I work every morning. Monday through Friday, I'm working 7 to 3:30 or 7 to 5:30. It depends on what they need. Like I work, and then like if I'm working 7 to 5:30, and it's a Thursday and Friday, I leave right from work to training, so I don't have time to take a nap. I don't have time to sit down and have a meal. I'm having meals on the go, and that's something you have to get used to if you want to be a professional wrestler. So definitely, yes, mentally it breaks you down, but that's something I really try not to keep. I try to keep straightforward. It's because it's a big thing. It's a big thing to have in
No,
wrestling.
yeah. And like obviously at the end of the day it's always worth it cuz you grow that fan base, you get better as a wrestler, so it works out.
Absolutely, no, you absolutely said it right. Yeah, that's the right. There's nothing else to it.
So on the brighter side of things, what would you say is your favorite part about wrestling?
Everything, everything, because I never had anything I was good at, or I never had anything that I was really social with, with the fans. And you keep looking back like there's something. Sorry.
No,
But
these cats are on like drugs or something.
it's just like everything. Like, when I say everything, it's just the fans, the growing your fan base, the wrestling, meeting new people, and it's just like everything. It's fun. It's fun. You don't have to worry. You work on your own timing unless you are affiliated with a business. But at the end of the day, you're on your own timing because you create your own bookings if you're in the indie scene. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
in reality, it's all around really fun. And that's that. I can't wait until the day I can finally say I quit my 9 to 5 job and now I am full-time wrestling. When that day comes, that's the day I know that I'm ready to go. I'm gonna push for this. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
yeah.
that's one of my main goals, is not to have to work a 9 to 5 or work for anybody else again. Work for myself and choose where I want to go.
No, 100%. So I may be wrong, but you wrestled in Florida when Battlefield went down there, correct?
Correct.
So how was that experience? Like
It was
obviously wrestling, you know.
in Florida, yeah. No, the most special moment. I'm gonna always say this beforehand. The most special moment of that trip, and it's thank you so much to Alpha Junior. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Was meeting his father and having those words with him for a whole 45 minutes straight. It felt great hearing from him. You got this. You just need to work. Hearing that from a legend, that's a stir pot, right? And it's a kickstart. I'm gonna work harder. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and then when you jump, let's kickstart to like a month later, and we're at the Brian Kendricks seminar. Okay, I know this is a little off topic. Brian Kendricks put me as his assistant because he sees him in me, and that's crazy to say. And when you have all these legends and superstars telling you this, you don't want to stop. It does not it makes you not want to stop, and that's why I keep striving and trying to get better. And it's hard, but I'm gonna do it. But especially what for your question, mainly Alpha Senior was the best moment. Just meeting Alpha Senior, wrestling for his company, being there for him was the most special moment.
No, definitely. And I gotta say on this one, I always find myself. I obviously I'm gonna say, but I find myself fangirling over like the indies, the big time. So do you ever like obviously Offa and his father? Do you ever find yourself like in those moments where you're like, oh my god, I got to be like this, like or Brian Kendrick, for example,
Of
like
course, anybody would be. I mean, some people say, "Oh, don't be a mark, don't be a mark." I forget who told me. Someone, I think it was, if I'm correct, I think it was Sabu that told me. I think it was Sabu. He told me that you can never be a mark, um, because you're the biggest mark in the ring. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, being a mark, I don't see it as a problem. If a little kid came up to me, oh, it's RJ, why am I gonna get angry? Anything you want to ask me, I'll answer it. Anything you want to know, I'll answer it. Like, that's my mentality to it. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Bro, when I first met Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, I was fangirling his. Like, I was, yes, I was. Yes, I was. I'm gonna admit it to the max. There's nothing else to it. You know?
No, I definitely gotta say, like when I did UCW in the beginning of the year, and like I love the bigger shows like WWE, AEW, but I'm more of like a fan for the indies because like you don't
Yeah.
get that relationship, like you don't, like you said, you don't get that relationship with John Cena. You don't be like, oh my god, how are you, like
Right.
the RJ, you know what I mean? So
Right.
like whenever I did the UCW show or even go to these shows, like when I first got to talk to V Maroon, I was like, oh my god, I talked to someone like kind of famous, and my friends were like, what are you even saying? Because none of my friends are like into wrestling,
Right.
but
Right.
it's okay.
It's just like it's like whatever makes you. It's like the saying, whatever makes you happy makes you happy. You know, like and you're the type of people that support indie wrestling that makes it great. You know, and we appreciate you type of people. We really appreciate you guys. We appreciate you making these talk shows for us to get our names out there. We really do appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. So back on like the little kid thing. So if I have a little kid go up to you and say, "Did you flip Harley off and call her an asshole at the last show?" What would your response be?
My response would be yes, I did, but
So
I
that's
told
the
her.
heel. No, that's the heel in you right
But
there. Then
listen, I said I was sorry to her, but she didn't accept
no, he
my
didn't.
apology. Yes, I
No,
did. Yes, I did.
he did
I
not
said
say
I
that.
was joking and I apologize.
He did not say that, guys. He's lying. But so if a little kid came up to you and was like, "I want to do exactly what you're doing," what exact advice would you give them?
You you asked me if I want they came up to me and asked me if they want to do exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I haven't really been long into the business to really give someone the best advice, but I will give you the best advice that I have in my eyes is keep a mindset to where if you want it, strive for it. Like I always say, I tell everybody the same thing, but I always stay maintained. I stay on a schedule. I I eat the right way. I try to stay on a workout. You know, it just keeping things in a right schedule will always keep your mind busy, so you don't wander off and feel like you're giving up. So stay striving, stay working, put that work in, and you will get earned. You will get rewards. And
No, yeah, I definitely agree. And like, even if you can't train at whatever point, like if it's a 6-year-old coming up to you and say, "I want to do what you're doing," and you can't train at that point, obviously, yeah, stay as a fan and work your process. Cause like
yes,
that's kind of what I did. Like I started as a fan. Now I'm getting obviously the podcast and getting more
right.
involved at the shows. Do I think I'm going to become a wrestler? Absolutely not. But do I
But you
think I'm
never
going to,
know. You never
uh,
know though. You never know though. Don't listen. I met females that oh I'm never gonna wrestle. I'm never look at them now. They're wrestling over at MLW. They're wrestling over at let me sorry House of Glory. Sorry. It's just like you never know. Don't second guess yourself. I don't know if you would like to wrestle, but
uh,
if you do, you never know. You know what I'm saying?
no.
I think you were announcing at UCW when I first met you. You did really
Mhm.
well there, if I remember, and you had another girl with you as well. You guys did good. So, you never know where you end up in the next 3 to 5 years, So
No, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna stick to, like the ring announcing and management. I think that's where I belong. I
hey,
give it to you guys for doing those moves and like all that crazy shit, but I don't think that's for me.
well,
But
if you don't think
hey,
it's for you, you never know.
it's
But
okay. But so we have someone in the chat chanting your name,
yeah, it's
and
my
we also
boy. It's one of my fans.
we also have Sam in the chat saying never say never.
Hey, listen to Sam. Listen to Sam.
I don't know, guys. Like I started like 6-year-old me. I'm 10 years into this like business, I guess you could say. 6-year-old me was like, hell yeah, I'm doing this. I'm gonna become a wrestler. 16-year-old me is like, absolutely not. Are we not doing that?
Well,
So who knows? Maybe 6 more years I'll be like, yeah, I'm doing this. I
yeah,
guess,
see,
but
if you guys look at the Philadelphia Playboy,
oh my
he's the
god.
biggest example of you are never too old to be the greatest. Okay. Philadelphia Playboy is out here making moves, man. I'm not playing. I am watching my man's I'm gonna listen, that's that. Yo, my man's Playboy. Shout out to Philadelphia Playboy. You know, he's really if y'all want to watch him have his dance party at the Battleground Wrestling, you gotta watch it. Listen, there's nothing else to it. There's nothing else to it.
No, 100%. He definitely lights up the mood. And really quickly, can we speak on that dance party? What was your thoughts? Like that was probably one of my favorite parts. Obviously, we had so many. We had. Go ahead. What's your thoughts on that?
The funniest part is like I didn't know I was actually mind this, everybody is a normal person, okay, everybody is a human being. I was over at McDonald's grabbing a McChicken while the dance party was going down because I was hungry and my match was it
Yeah.
was actually before then, yes it was, and I was hungry. I come back getting told that Ox Adams got low blow by Tommy Pro.
Oh my god, guys! It was amazing. If you weren't
Wow.
there,
I'm
it
gonna
was
watch
not.
it tonight. Just so y'all know, 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock tonight. What is it? I
It
think it's
is eight
probably
o'clock.
8:06 right now. The Glory Road is live on YouTube right now on the Battlefield Pro Wrestling page.
And guys, if you weren't there, we had obviously we had the Philadelphia Playboy, we had Tommy Pro doing the warm, we had freaking Logie P,
Hello,
Deja Jamison, and
oh,
obviously Uranagi. Yo,
you're Nagi in there.
that
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. That was it for me. Like that
I
was
seen I seen a little bit of it in the beginning because one of my friends recorded it that was there. But it's good to have that comedy scene, and they were having fun. But
yeah.
sometimes you have big 7 foot giants coming in ruining it, and
Yeah,
then gets
honestly.
low blowed by Tommy Pro. Dude, that's amazing though. Good for Tommy. Good for Tommy.
No, yeah, like Tommy, like he was like, I ain't trying to get beat up by like a 7 foot man. Let me run out of there. I'm
Well,
like, hey,
I heard he ran too, so that's
I would have
good.
ran too, honestly. Like whenever I
Right.
stand next to Ox, I'm like, nah, you too tall for this. Like
Right. You need to give me some space.
for real. But all I remember is like, okay, we having fun in the ring. Next thing you know, Ox comes out of nowhere beating the shit out of everyone. I'm like, oh well.
Everybody, yeah.
So Philadelphia Playboy's dead. Uranagi's dead. Logie P, he's been dead for like the last 5 minutes. So it was definitely fun. Like not a lot of companies do that and bring up
Right.
a different vibe. So it's
Right.
cool.
And again, we appreciate you guys coming out. You guys, I haven't really ever seen you guys at a future show. I don't know if you guys were ever at a future. I know you guys were at a pay-per-view show,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if you guys were ever at a future show. So it was definitely good to have some different vibes in the fan section. So we appreciate you guys coming, definitely.
No, yeah, it was my second future show, and I
Okay.
think we went to one pay-per-view show, but I definitely gotta say like those two shows are so like you can see the difference. Obviously, like you see
Yes.
the stars up and coming, but then you see the stars that are
That
already
are
there.
already,
Like
yes.
yeah, so
And it's good. We talk at the same time. It's okay.
yeah, that's fine. But so, how do you feel about like that hardcore death style? I know those are a lot more on like the pay-per-view shows. Like it was Sean Maluda and Vinnie Mac at one point.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My name's RJ Carnage for a reason. If you put me in a death match, I will show up. There's no doubt about it. This is work. If I'm gonna
Yeah,
verse Bull James in the future in a death match,
your
I'm gonna
ass is
do it.
done.
But I'm still gonna do it because it's work.
Yeah.
It's business, and it's putting on a show for all the fans that came to see that death match. But it's you know what I'm saying? Yes, I would definitely do it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Am I
would
gonna
never.
sit here and say RJ Carnage is not that great of a wrestler? No, he is a great wrestler. But am I gonna be that one fan that boos him out of everyone? Yes, I am.
Hey, we always
Just
have
to
that one
bring that
hater.
heel out. It's
We
okay.
always have that one hater. It'd be all right. It'd be all right.
It's
Gotta
all right.
gotta kill him with kindness.
Oh my god, let me tell you. So I work in a grocery store
Oh
and I
Lord.
hate people. That's already a red flag working in a grocery store. And so a customer came up to me like yesterday or the day before and was like, when you have a bad day, you gotta kill him with kindness. I'm like, okay, bet. I'm gonna go to the store, get a big ass poster board and say kindness and beat the shit out of him with it. That's kind of the vibe I'm going with, right?
She's come out. She's beating people with a sign that says "God." That's great. That would be great.
Well, it works.
I would put it
So
on. I would live stream it on your channel too.
yeah, I'll be like, okay, guys, here we are live at Battlefield beating the shit out of RJ Carnage with the
Oh
sign.
wow. Oh wow.
I mean, you're the first person that would pop into my mind. Be like, okay, well,
Yeah.
he flipped me off, so
Yeah.
kind
Here
of
we
makes
go.
sense. So, how do you feel about like intergender, male versus female type matches?
I've never actually had a match before with a female. I would. Um, but hey, Alpha always tells us if they want to be in this sport, we'll treat them just like another man. You're in this sport for a reason, so you better be ready.
No, for real. And I think if we can train with you, we can also kick your ass. So,
Hey, yeah, that there's nothing else to it. You're if you're keeping up with us, that shows that you can stand your ground with us. So hell yeah, we'll treat you like another man. There's no doubt about it.
for real. So, obviously, you're getting love in this chat. We have your friend still chanting you on. Then we got my dad hyping you up because that's what he
Uh,
does.
your
He
dad's
he's a fan.
he's the
I
sweetest guy.
I need to have a talk. No, I
No,
gotta
you
have a
don't.
talk
No,
with
your
him.
dad needs to have a talk with you. He needs
No,
to flip
I
the
gotta.
switch. He needs to flip that switch, boy. Nah, I didn't do
No.
nothing to you. I apologize. You just don't accept apologies.
Okay, because I was there chanting you. I was cheering for you, losing my
Okay,
voice
so
for you, and you
I
flipped me off for that.
apologize.
Nope.
I apologize for flipping you off.
Now he wants to apologize because he's on here, but it's all
No,
right.
no. I apologized beforehand, but then you walked away, and then your dad shook my hand like a gentleman.
Okay, so you want me to be a gentleman and shake your hand?
No, you're gonna be the opposite of a gentleman, a woman. If that's what you want. But yeah,
Okay, it works, I
I
guess.
appreciate the love, everybody. Thank you so much.
And he also says, "My dad, great
Thank you
match,
so much.
RJ.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm about to go rewatch it after this.
It
Definitely
was
got
all
you.
right.
Hey,
It
watch
was a
them out.
decent.
It's all
It
right.
was a decent match. It was okay.
It was an all right match. You're right.
So you're still obviously fairly new into the wrestling thing, but do you think it's going to be like an age thing, a mindset thing, or like an injury thing that causes you to retire?
You can't predict the future.
It's
We're
like what do you think it's going to be, bro?
what do I why do I have to all right, if I think it's going to be something, it's definitely not going to be an injury. I always keep myself safe. I This is what we train for, to keep ourselves safe. We're all working. We're not out here to kill each other,
I mean,
so
with Ox, you might.
that's not my problem, and that's why
Okay.
that there's just some things where you have to say that's none of my business. If he wants to go out there and be aggressive, it's work. Be work. There's nothing else to it. This is what we train for, to keep each other safe.
Yes, I agree. So, out of all the Battlefield students, if you could have one match of your choosing, who would you have a match with?
With the students,
Anyone on the Battlefield roster.
anybody on the Battlefield roster, anybody.
Except Alpha, because a lot of you guys always say Alpha.
I'm
And I
not gonna
get
say
why.
Alpha. I'm not gonna say Alpha because at the end of the day, I haven't earned that. I haven't earned that yet. I haven't earned that yet, and I know I haven't earned that yet. So if right now, if I'm gonna pick on the on the BPW roster, it's gonna be Bryce Reedus.
I see it. I see it.
Me and Bryce Reedus will put on a banger, and I just don't know why we haven't put on a banger yet. So Bryce Reedus is definitely my top number one.
Bryce is another one. Him, I don't know who I would choose in that one because me and you have beef now, and me and Bryce now got beef too.
What are you
So
beefing with all the good guys for? What is your
it's not the
problem?
good guys, you know.
It is the good guys, because
It's
we're all
not.
good guys. We're not out here to be beefing with people. We're out here to make some good vibes, make everybody want to be in that particular room with us. Why are we out here to beef? Like, you are beefing with us.
Actually, no, because if you go like and see me with other Battlefield stars, I don't got beef with them like Rico
Because
Gold
you want to know
or
why? I don't
Terry
know.
or Viverita.
I don't know what the problem is then. I don't know what the problem is then.
It's just because they're better and you're not. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, if that's your opinion, I appreciate your opinion.
Yeah.
Is what should I work on to make me better?
And we'll see that at the next show, obviously.
Yeah, we will. We will.
So, when you had your first official match, what was going through your mind?
It was first or foremost, it was first one of the biggest guys on the BPW roster, which is Code Red. And congratulations to Code Red. He is looking great out there with having his shine with the BPW's future champion Sam Adams. That match was phenomenal yesterday. But yeah, I was shitting bricks. I was shitting bricks. I'm not gonna lie. I was so excuse my for my language. I was nervous. It was a big crowd, really big crowd for a future show. It was probably one of our biggest. I definitely got my name out there that show. But other than that, me and Code put on one of a hell of a show and one hell of a match, and he came out on top, obviously. But hey, that match, led me to the spot where I am today.
No, definitely. And it's all just a work in progress. So,
Absolutely.
That's a compliment I'll give you. You are doing great in this from where you started till now.
I appreciate that. No, really. Thank you, Harley. No, thank you.
Hmm. Hmm. So, out of all the places you wrestled, you said obviously you've wrestled in other states. Has there been a specific venue that you were like, I really like this place and I would wrestle here? Any opportunity I get? Obviously,
Um,
Battlefield, but
if there's a
other
different venue, I if y'all don't know anything about Smash Master Wrestling, I actually been showing up there helping them guys out. They're all good guys up there. Just trying to get my name out there. Just I know a couple guys over there as well from the past. So, definitely want to wrestle there. Um, I was talking to one of the owners from Five Star Wrestling. I don't know if he's one of the owners or bookers, but he knows them. But I don't know. But I would love to wrestle there. And PPW. I heard I'm not listen. This is not none of my business, but I heard a lot of bad things about PPW. But then I heard amazing things about PPW. So it's 50-50. PPW all around. The content's great. They come out with, spectacular matches. I watch all their shows. I share all their content, but you never know what's behind closed doors. So that is my partake on your question there. And definitely would love to do some business with those companies out there.
no, yeah. And like obviously I'm not gonna sit here and talk bad on any company. I think all those companies are great and they do have places.
I'm going to stop you there. I was not talking bad.
No, but I'm saying like what me, I'm not that's not who I am. I'm not a bad
Listen,
person.
this was not any hostility. It was just from
I'm
what I
just saying.
heard. Listen, this is I'm an honest man. What I was told and what I will tell y'all. I have my own opinion. I never gotten to go to a PPW show but one time, and it was a really good show when I went. So I think it looks good from my eyes. I
Yeah.
was just telling you guys how it sounds from other people's mouths. So that's my partake. I love your shows. I love Five Star Wrestling. I have no no I have
He's
no
trying to
beef.
beef. It's the
No
beef.
beef.
He's trying to
No beef.
I told you guys, that's the heel. He is trying to start beef with them. No, I'm just kidding.
No
But
beef.
I think, especially like as a wrestler, I think you all like you take that opportunity if you ever get that opportunity to wrestle wherever you wrestle, and you take that one match and be like, okay, well, I do want to become like wrestle here more if I get that opportunity, or no, it's not really my style, and go like try other venues. So
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's an all around my choice, Everybody has their own opinion. You can't get mad about somebody's opinion. It's not like I'm sitting here bashing that company or bashing that person's name. But at the end of the day, maybe Harley would. But that's not my
Oh my
business.
god. I would never do that, but okay.
But hey, that's a joke. But at the end of the day, like listen, everybody has their own flaws, their own cons in a company. Not everybody's great, but I'll always tell you guys from my home standard, I Battlefield will always be my number one home. I come from there. I'm striving there. I'm growing there, and they're helping me there 100,000%. So definitely where I'm gonna stand by.
No, definitely. So overall, it could be anywhere. Where would you say you want to have like a match in like a dream venue? I guess you could say.
When I
Some
get like bigger, like you're talking like in the future or New
sure.
Japan, New Japan, New Japan, definitely New Japan, no doubt.
Okay, okay. And so, out of Battlefield, do you have your eyes on anyone specifically that you want to have a match with? Like, because there's so many great
Um,
names in the indies.
uh, the eyes of. I haven't really thought about this. That's a good question because I really haven't thought about this because I'm just focusing on what's given to me. What's in my way at that particular moment. So definitely Spencer Slade. Definitely would love to wrestle Spencer Slade.
Hmm. I think I want to see you go against V Marino.
I've
Just
one on one. Yeah, that would be a good match. But I was thinking of a bigger name because Spencer Slade is a bigger guy, and I
yeah.
like to pick bigger guys. I'm a small guy, so I like to prove myself, even if it's the harder way or the smaller, the easier way. You know what I'm saying? So definitely Spencer Slade. And if you really want to be, I'll take your answer into questioning. V Marino will be on my top three.
No, I tell him to his face, and I tell him all the time, I love the hair. It's the hair for me. And like I'm sure everyone heard me yesterday. I was like screaming, like
The
especially when he
mullet.
came. It's the
The
mullet,
mullet.
guys. I'm obsessed. And like when he came out at that last match with Sam Adams and Code Red, I was like, oh my god, the crowd's gonna hate me, but I don't really care. Like, go get him, B! And like he got his ass beat, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're like probably the only one cheering for him.
Yeah, I know. The last two ones, which is fine. But my dad's like, I don't think you should cheer for him because last time you cheered for a heel, he became a face. I'm like, I don't know. I shouldn't be cheering for him. But it's alright. So
Yeah.
what are some upcoming shows people can find you at?
Definitely. Battlefield Pro Wrestling. The next show is The Gift. It's September 24th. I'm pretty sure actually. I just want to make sure so I'm not giving y'all wrong dates.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yep. Yeah, it's the next one's the Futures Four Way. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's me, JJ Smith, the Thoroughbred Terry Adonis, and Rico Gold. September 24th at the Signature Vet Center. So if y'all don't want to miss that, definitely come and see there. It's a $25 general admission, $30 VIP. And then we'll be at September 30th. We'll be at Splash the Lake, Lake Ariel, PA.
There you go. You're remembering the names. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, no, listen, I have a hard time remembering things, so I'm not against you on that.
So also, do you have merch or what's
I
your
do.
ideal on that?
I do. I do have merch. I'm just waiting on my guy to message me back, and just a lot of personal things. I have a lot of personal things going on with my family. I just had a death in the family. But we really don't have to get around that right now. Just a lot of stuff going on I'm trying to deal with, and then I'll have more merch out, more stickers, keychains, cup holders, hats, all the above. I'm gonna try to get some sunglasses and stuff like that. So we'll definitely get to that point sooner or later. If you want to check that out, just hit me up on Instagram, RJ Carnage, and Facebook, RJ Carnage. That's it.
And you answered my next question of where people can find you at. So there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Even though I'm gonna be his number one hater, everyone please go give him a follow. His Instagram is linked down below where you can find probably everything you need.
Anything.
Thank you for coming
Yeah.
on.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much. Dude, this is one of my first ever talk shows I've ever been on, podcast, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, I appreciate your offer, and I'm really appreciative. So
Yeah,
thank
of
you.
course. But guys, if you ever see me and him, don't worry, we just beefing. That's gonna be our friendship. We just go be beefing and it's all right. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, RJ, for coming on. And I will be back tomorrow with Alpha.
So when I say boo, you say yeah. Boo.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, thank you.
Bye guys. It's